Right from our childhood, we all have been fascinated by things which are out of our capabilities, out of our abilities, and we call them as miracles or wonders. I believe almost every human being, at least once in their lifetime, might have come across at least one miracle in their lives. The difference lies in the way we accept them. Children generally accept miracles as something done by God or angels or even fairies. I remember when I was a child, I had read somewhere in some fairy tale that fairies generally visit children in their garden and would fulfill their wishes. I remember I used to wander in our garden anticipating a visit from a fairy who would fulfill my wishes. But nothing of that sort happened ever. But later on, when we grew up, we forgot about those things, those miracles, and we coined a new term which is called coincidences. Now, miracles in the sense, I'm not talking about cancer patients being healed, or in the present case, COVID positive patients being revived back to life after certain days of coma. No, those are certainly wonders which are done by God Himself. But I am trying to talk about those small things, small miracles that happen in our lives daily. But we generally just ignore those things. I remember a friend once told me that she was in need of an amount of money, around 500 rupees or so. She didn't have that much amount in her hand. Neither did she have that much balance in her account. She went and checked her balance and she found that she didn't have that much amount that could be withdrawn from the ATM. But because she did not wanted to borrow it from others, so she prayed and with faith again went to the ATM and checked her balance. And surprisingly, she had exactly the same amount that she needed in her account. The next day, when she recalled these things, she told me God had provided what she had need for. When you people might be listening to this, at least some of you might think that this is quite stupid. Some might be thinking that she might not have looked at her balance properly earlier. Some may argue that there might be some scientific or more logical reason. But for her, when she needed that amount, and earlier when she checked her account, when she could not find the amount in her account, and just after a short prayer, she could see that she had exactly that much amount in her account. For her, it was a miracle done by God. The other day I was talking to a person who had been working in the isolation ward of a hospital, who had been treating COVID patients for certain months now, and this person was quarantined because the person had treated a patient who was later diagnosed as COVID positive, and this person had treated the patient without proper protection, as the person was unaware that the patient was actually affected. None of them showed any physical symptoms, and all these experienced medical professionals had said that the presence of the virus would be this virus would be surely present in their blood. So, since no physical symptoms were seen in their body, they had conducted an antibody test to check for the traces of the virus in their blood samples. And when the results came, this person was quite surprised because they could not detect any traces of this particular virus in their blood samples. And I still remember what this person had told me, and I would like to quote the person. I quote, "I believe it is the protecting shield that was covering me." Now, these are not mere coincidences, as some of you may like to state, but these are actually miracles done by God. We generally underrate the great mercies of the Almighty by calling these things as coincidences. I really like a name given to God, the Almighty God in the Bible, which says Jehovah Jireh, the God who provides. And I was wondering how miraculously God leads each one of us every single day of our lives. If we come to think of the mere fact that we are breathing very easily without any external assistance. It is actually proof to the miraculous way God is leading us. Holding our hands and leading us every single days of our lives. But we humans generally underrate the great extent of God's mercies and His power, His miracles that He's able to perform. So we generally ignore the supreme power of God in our daily lives. But I would like to tell you something. Why not open our eyes and look around us and in our lives and around us to see that small things, small miracles that happen in our lives daily. Then we would understand that there is a God, a Jehovah Jireh, who not only leads us miraculously, but provides every single need of ours. Even in this, during these times of distress, there might be people who have lost their job. There might be people who are struggling financially. Let me tell you that there is a God who is able to provide every single need of yours. Jehovah Jireh, the God who provides, may fulfill your needs as well. God bless.